Welcome to another episode of Smash Writing. I'm Paul. This is Justin. And we are back with another animation of the DC Vault.
DCAU.
There you go. Today we are reviewing Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. Now, the last couple ones we have been really strong on these animations, like giving them like A's and S's, and I don't definitely hand out an S all like that either. So at this point, I'm impressed with what I'm watching. Let's get into the plot.
This movie opens up with Batman Terry McGinnis style, dealing with the Jokers as they're still trying to steal heavy machinery. He manages to fight them off, but he does so in a way that the machinery explodes and they get away. And he goes to talk to Old Man Bruce, discussing what the Jokers are doing. They have no idea what they're planning, but they're up to something. While at the same time, though, we get the news that Bruce is coming out of retirement to retake control over Wayne Enterprises. Much to the chagrin of a guy named Price, who was supposed to be on the fast track to take over that role. And Bruce is like, oh, he can either get with the program or he can start sending his resumes. I don't care.
I'm the boss.
But Terry goes out for the evening and goes to a club. He is dead on his feet, worn out from everything. And we meet his girlfriend, Dana. But back with the Jokers, we meet their boss, who's the Joker. And Bonk is calling him out. He thinks he's a fake. He thinks he's playing games with them, and they won't even know the plan. So the Joker retaliates by, knocking Bonk out and down for good.
Really?
And the rest of the crew pledge their allegiance, and they plot a new theft of this machinery that they need. Which just so happens he chooses the one from Wayne Enterprises and attacks the day of Bruce's return speech. And he comes face to face with the Joker for the first time in years. And with the Joker's help, though, they're able to fend off Batman and get away with the machinery that they need. But now everyone's on edge. Bruce is on edge. Barbara is on edge, who's police commissioner now. And who I thought was Dick at first was on edge. Because the Joker should not be alive. And Bruce even says that the Joker is not alive. He doesn't know what's happening, but he knows it can't be the Joker. And Terry calls him out. He's like, you killed him, didn't you? And Bruce counters by saying, I want the Batsuit back. You're not going against the Joker. You're done here. And Terry tries to argue with it, and Bruce just shuts him down and reclaims the suit. So Terry goes out on the club to try to forget everything. And he's attacked by the Jokers. Minus the Joker, who's attacking Bruce himself. So Terry manages to fend off the Jokers and keep his girlfriend safe. And he rushes off to Bruce's to try to get answers here. And he finds that Bruce has been Joker-gassed. And he just manages to get him the serum he needs. And that's when Barbara comes, and she tells him the story of what happened. That back in the day, the Joker kidnapped Robin, Tim Drake. And him and Harley turned him into Joker Jr. And Joker Jr. ends up plugging Joker the same way he dealt with Bonk. And Harley fell into a crevasse. And no one's ever found her body. So Barbara doesn't know what's going on, but she assures Terry it cannot be the Joker. So he goes to visit Tim Drake, who's now an engineer. He's the one who visited Barbara earlier. And he's like, I put all that behind me. I'm cured of that. And you should walk away from this too while you still can. Because all of this was just kids' games and kids' hopes and not really what you want. But Terry disagrees and he leaves. There's one more person he wants to go talk to, and that's Price. And he finds Price talking to the Jokers, but he was a more hired kind of deal. He hired them. And now the Joker wants to tie up that loose end. And Batman just manages to get him out of harm's way as he's apparently smited from the heavens. But it turns out that the machinery the Joker's building is to take over defense weapons and basically shoot lasers from the sky.
Pew, pew.
And that's his long-term plan, is to open fire on Gotham with the space lasers.
Of all the places, just pick Gotham. I would be afraid to live in Gotham if I was a citizen in this universe. It's like, damn, Batman can't even get shit done. But
And
go on.
Terry runs off the belief that Tim Drake has to be somehow involved in this, and he's helping the Joker. So they manage to track him down, and Terry confronts Tim, where we find out that Tim is actually the Joker. One of the things Joker did to him was insert a microchip with Joker DNA inside of him, and he's been slowly taking over Tim all this time. This leads to a big fight. And Batman. He manages to shock him with one of Joker's hand buzzers, which disables the microchip, and he manages to save Tim at the last moment as the laser blows up the facility. And they manage to get the microchip out of him, and it'll be alright. And Bruce apologizes to Terry and tells Terry it's not Batman who will make Terry, it'll be Terry who makes Batman. Before going in to see Tim for the first time in what appears to be since he'd been Jokerfied. And the movie ends with Terry flying across the city. And that is Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
I really enjoyed the emotion part of the idea of Return of the Joker, like the Joker returning, where Barbara, Bruce, like went into a full panic because at this point, with Terry and being a new Batman, obviously the Joker has always been billed as like the biggest threat to Batman.
And the story was definitely dark. You had Bonk being killed. You had Tim being Jokerfied, which was a real dark moment.
I think like even how they like explain they didn't go in depth or anything, but they explained a little bit of like what Tim went through.
Yeah.
After being kidnapped for like those 3 weeks, and just being like downright tortured, and so that was definitely a dark theme. And then he says like their attitudes, Barbara, Tim's, and Bruce's attitudes was like just shutting Terry out altogether, and like, you know, until Terry jumped back to the scene, but like they didn't want him to be a part of it.
Yeah, because they remember the Joker.
Yeah.
And he's not like the people Terry fight now. Joker is that next level.
Yeah, and it really not only put how important the Joker is to the Batman franchise, but like also showed you how strong the Joker really is.
Yeah.
You know, all throughout the comics, you know, you have strength villains, but Joker obviously
is much more.
Is much more. And I remember like even like not to jump off into like the Dark Knight, but like a line from that movie was like, you think I'm gonna battle Batman in a fist fight for Gotham? And he like laughs at it, and it's so true. Is like Joker is so much more powerful than physical strength, and that's what scares everybody. Is like there's more to the Joker. And I just like continuing that dark theme of Batman, continuing the emotion. I mean, it really made you feel bad for Tim. Like,
yeah.
I almost got mad at Batman. Like, you bastard! You should have found him sooner. It was good, if not great, storytelling.
But it does show you too, like, Batman will throw Terry against anyone other than the Joker.
Right. God, I can't remember many episodes of Batman Beyond.
I only watched like part of it because I didn't like it.
Really?
No, I'm not a huge Batman Beyond fan.
Okay.
I hate the bat suit. I hate the black on red. It does not look good. I hate the jet boots. I hate the futuristic weapons. None of it does it. I hate the fact that it looks bright and everything looks plastic. I am not a fan of the style at all.
You're dead and buried, darling.
It's a weekly occurrence. I guess, like, what I was trying to think is, like, if you could remember, this is the only time, is this the only time Joker appears in the series?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
I to be honest with you, I really hope this is it, because it still puts a powerful twist on how powerful the Joker really is.
I think so, because I think they wanted to...
They wanted Mark Hamill. They have to. I'm just like, Mark Hamill. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I think if he's not the voice of Price, I'd be surprised because Price sounded very much like Mark Hamill.
I almost want to say he was.
This was a good movie. It was good. It's just, like I said, I really don't care about Batman Beyond. That kind of harbors it for me a little bit.
Does that change your view that much on a grade though?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, so now here's the question: what's your grade?
B minus.
B minus. Wow, is that the lowest one so far?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it is very much influenced by the fact that I do not care about Batman Beyond.
Okay, let's. I mean, I guess I don't want to say rhetorically or figuratively and all this crap, but like, if you were just okay with the show, would it have altered a grade to an A?
Yeah, I think it would have. Actually, you know what? There was one great scene I left out of my talking points, and that was when the DDs were being picked up,
Okay.
and old lady Harley came in and started yelling at them. I loved that moment.
Because of Harley.
Old lady Harley cracked me up, and she smacked him with the cane, and she's like, "I hope they throw the books at you too." Just to show you that Harley didn't actually die.
So the only person.
I love that moment. That was my favorite moment in this movie. Was old lady Harley coming in and yelling at the DDs.
I'm okay. So I'm going to give this film an A. I can't remember much about Batman Beyond. I did think probably like, am I in agreement with like I didn't really like the robotic suit Batman that is now Batman Beyond. Sure.
I'm not a huge fan of the soundtrack, the score.
Okay.
It's like this is generic rock, and I want to die.
Well, there you go. I'm like I said, I'm giving it an A. I really did like the storytelling. I still like the fact that it kept it kind of like a dark theme.
I mean, it is a really great movie. That's why it's getting a B minus, right?
As much as you hate the series, you can't.
The story was great.
Yeah.
It's just I don't care about the character Terry. I don't care about the bat suit. I'm not a huge fan of everything looking plastic. And
Now
bright.
you're not against the Batman mantle being passed.
No. Past the mantle. It's just I'm not a fan of this version.
Okay.
This suit. I'm not a fan of this suit.
I mean, it definitely, for me, like it does stay. It's not what we're used to, what we're accustomed to with seeing Batman. I didn't try to let that in because I don't remember much of Batman Beyond. That's why I was asking you, like, does the Joker appear in the later episodes, or this is a one-off thing? Because if this was a one-off thing and made the Joker that much more powerful, the themes were still dark. The emotion was dark. The Tim Drake torture and like him not wanting to remember it, all great points. So I gotta give it an A. I do. I think it was these Batman early Batman films, animation films have been
Really enjoyable.
very enjoyable.
Yeah.
And even that Gen 13 one we did.
Oh yeah, Gen 13 was great.
So now we know what's the next one.
I think it's Batman versus Dracula.
Oh shit. Don't tell me Scooby Doo. The one with Scooby Doo is part of all this too, or
Yes.
oh my god!
I mean, I believe it would be part of this. Well,
So,
let me
like-
see if I can find it here real quick.
So are you saying we basically start up here and just nosedive?
Yeah, we're gonna nosedive here for a little bit.
Oh god.
No. The next one is Batman: Mystery of the Batwoman. I'm gonna give you a hint. I wasn't that. This isn't the Batwoman that I'd want. But because I watched this one thinking it was someone else, and it wasn't. And then it's the Batman versus Dracula, and then we get away from Batman for a little bit. Actually, for a while we get away from Batman.
Okay, that works. So the next one is Batman:
Mystery of the Batwoman.
Mystery of the Batwoman. All right. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.